Hey everybody, today I'm going to review the free demo of Dynablaster, currently available on Steam from BBG Entertainment. The full game itself is not available, nor does it have a release date at the time of my playing this demo. I wanted to try this out due to my interest in the Intellivsion Amico, as this appears to be based on the Intellivsion Amico port of the game, which along with the system has yet to be released. Dynablaster is a Bomberman style game, which makes sense as some earlier Bomberman games were given the name Dynablaster in Europe. In this demo you can select a single player game, tutorial, settings, and customize your character. The multiplayer version is not available. Selecting single player allows you to try 2 of the 6 variations, a normal tournament mode and a key picker. If you're familiar with Bomberman, you'll understand the basics. Place bombs, blowing up boxes and enemies, pick up power-ups, and try to be the last man standing. The About button in the settings gives you a general overview, and the tutorial allows you to play out samples to understand the game, although most of the tutorial is locked in the demo. The settings also allow you to adjust the volume of the music and sound effects. The Customize section allows you to accessorize your character, but of course most of this is locked for the demo. The standard game plays like a standard Bomberman game against 2 computer-controlled opponents for a single demo round. The key game is one-on-one for a single demo round and has you collecting a certain number of keys discovered by blowing up boxes to advance. Overall it controls fine, although I wish the power-ups were easier to recognize and almost look too similar to your futuristic spherical bombs at times. The controls work as they should and the music is fine, although sometimes a bit generic sounding. As a game, I can't help but compare this to the 16-bit Bomberman games, which I highly enjoyed growing up, and compare it to those. And doing that, I find this demo lacking, mostly due to presentation. I prefer the flat fields of the original compared to the slightly slanted look of Dynablaster, as the flat fields make it easier for me to move and understand what's going on. I also didn't care for the drab, industrial-style graphics, or as I mentioned earlier, how the power-ups look too similar to one another and even to the bombs themselves. The 16-bit games had wonderful colorful graphics and easy-to-identify power-ups. I'm also hoping that this version has bosses, which was one of my favorite aspects of the earlier games, but bosses aren't mentioned anywhere in the description for the game. And just by playing this game for a little bit, I actually think playing with an Amico controller would be worse than using a standard controller. I'd rather use a D-pad or even a small analog stick over a large disc for a game that is dependent on quick 4-way moves. And I don't see what a touchscreen would add to a game that pretty much demands you focus on the game screen itself. So playing this on something other than the Amico might be the preferable way. But based on the demo alone, I probably would pass on this game unless it was dirt cheap, and just opt to play an older Bomberman game instead. But that's just what I think. But what do you think? Have you played the demo? And if so, would you buy it? Do you think it would play better with an Intellivsion Amico controller, if that ever is an option? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you next time.